Hey guys, and welcome! In today's video, I want to take a look at some details to Battlefield 2042's upcoming Season 5 that might fly a bit under the radar and that you might have missed so far, but that are very interesting. And we're gonna start with the vault weapons, because according to a Q&A session that was held alongside of the preview event for the new season, there will be no new vault weapons coming to the game with Season 5. Instead, the weapons team wants to focus on bringing the new attachments to all the currently available ones, and of course also keep an eye on their balance and if necessary do some tweaks to them. And while this is very understandable, I wonder if we will get more vault weapons at all for the game or if that was it. Because during the podcast where they were talking about the vault weapon changes, they also said that they didn't add any new ones with update 4.2 because they didn't want it to add new vault weapons with old attachments. And that actually sounded like they still have some more weapons planned for the game but hold them back to focus on the attachments first. So I hope that's what they do and that we see the remaining ones like the AUG or M98B that were already data mined a while ago with a possible Season 6 or with a small update for post-season content, whatever that may be. But during Season 5 we will not see any new vault weapons at all. What's pretty cool on the other hand is that the universal weapon skins that get added to the vault weapons will be added to Portal as well, so you will also be able to customize your weapons over there. I'm not sure if this counts for all weapons or only for the ones that are in All Out War, but from what they said in today's new podcast episode, it seems like the cosmetics will be available for all weapons. In case you're wondering now if the new podcast is worth listening to and what it is about, it's basically a summary of the most important changes coming with update 5.0, of the new content we get with Season 5, and also of a few things that were already changed with the last updates. So really nothing that we haven't heard of yet. If you still want to listen to the podcast, you can of course find the link to it in the description below, just as usual. But now let's take a look at some other details you might have missed, and these are for the UI. Because over at the collection screen and also within your HUD elements, the symbols for almost all gadgets were changed, probably to bring them more in line with all other icons of the game, but also to make it easier to identify what the gadget is doing simply by its symbol. That's also why these little indicators were added. For example, at the launchers you can now see if they are anti-tank or anti-aircraft, or for the grenades they show if the grenade is incendiary, frag or smoke. So something that might help you to change your loadout faster during a match and also to help new players to easily identify what these gadgets do. In addition to this, the start screen was adjusted a little bit, at least when you play with friends in a party, because usually you only had your own character in the screen and none of the others, but with Season 5 you will appear as full party and on the screen of every party member. This will of course only count for parties you create with your friends in the social tab and not for random squads you are put into during the match. What's also new is that when loading into a match you will see little gameplay hints or quotes of different characters at the bottom of the screen, but this is something we know from a lot of former titles already, so it's basically just a returning feature. What might also return, but I advise you to take this with a pinch of salt here, is the kick and ban feature for the squad management system. I know they said it will not be in the game and there was a lot of drama around this and of course a lot of disappointment from the community, but when watching the latest video of German content creator Goldpriester, he pointed out that when testing the new squad management features during the preview event, he recognized that there was indeed an option to remove people from the squad, or actually it says remove from party here, but in his squad he doesn't have any friends and it's only randoms, so it's actually a random squad and not a party. However, the option for removing someone is still there. We don't know yet if this was only available in the preview and this was an older build of the game that still had this feature, or if they decided to include it last minute based on the feedback of the community but didn't want it to mention it anywhere. Definitely interesting to see and something I will check out immediately once the update went live. Something else that the same content creator found and that I haven't seen anywhere else so far is an Easter egg on the new map Reclaimed, because close to objective A1, where there is this derailed train wreck, there is one wagon that gives a beep sound. When getting closer and destroying the back of it, a little radio appears that also has an interact button, but unfortunately nothing happens yet. The beep sound, however, is of course Morse code again, and when decoding it, it seems like it says, "In the land reclaimed, a secret in transit." And that's the same sentence that was hidden in the Season 5 teaser already, also with Morse code. So probably a hint or a starting point for a future Easter egg, and definitely nice to see that they don't stop with them, even if this should be the last season of the game. And then there is another little detail about the new map Reclaimed that was mentioned by other creators as well, but still seems to fly a bit under the radar, and that's that the new map will only be available as 64-player version. There won't be any official 128-player version of it. This means that its 24/7 Conquest playlist that we will get access to on Wednesday is only for 64 players, and it also means that the map will not be included in the normal 128-player Conquest. The reason for this is that Reclaimed is the smallest map to date for Battlefield 2042, and 128 players would probably be too much chaos. However, if you want to try it out, there is a chance to create a Conquest Large playlist for this map, and that's over in Portal. Here it will be available for both Conquest and Conquest Large, only the official experiences will not feature it for 128 players. And another restriction we have for one of the new grenades is that the anti-tank grenade will only be available for specialists of the engineer class. I personally think it would have been cool to add it to the assault class as well, just to give them something more to counter vehicles when storming the front lines. I know the engineers are the actual class that is assigned to countering all kinds of vehicles, but a little bit of anti-vehicle power for assaults would have been great, especially since Sundance's anti-armor grenade is removed from the game entirely with Season 5. And at the end, we will also get 5 new player cards that reflect the history of the franchise, because these are all dedicated to Battlefield 4, or to be more precise, to its DLCs. They all mention the available maps of the respective DLC in their description, and also a little bit of lore around it, and they also feature the official artworks of them. Not sure if they will be accessible to everyone automatically, or if we will have to unlock them, because in the official overview of the season, in the bottom left, there is an assignment mentioned that is called a Veteran Kit, and this also includes the True Patriot skin for Irish that was data mined quite a while ago already. And I'm not sure how this will work, if there are any missions you have to complete for it or something else, but these cards might be part of this as well. Let's see, there's only one more day and a few hours to go before the start of the season, so we will find out soon. However, that was it for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video and the small details to Season 5, and if you did, be sure to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching, I'm Catwoman, and you are awesome.